once we were playing, and once you realised the actual conditions you had to try and play football in, play football being the operative word, it was a lottery. That's my honest opinion of it. But I thought they played the conditions better.
But it was very. I mean, width was almost impossible because you just couldn't get down the sides.
No, and we tried to make some changes when we realised how bad it was. Obviously, I knew it was bad, but I take responsibility. Those changes didn't work well enough, and maybe firepower in a game like that comes into play. I think they probably had 5 players to choose from that are on between 1,500 and 2,000 quid. As much as you don't want to accept that, it's the truth. So I have to work out a way of trying to get the best out of what we can do. But as I say, trying to play that way in those conditions, I don't think we had enough, and bitterly disappointed. In saying all of that, it was a hookathon. It was a non-event of a game. My personal opinion was 5 minutes of madness cost us the game, but I take responsibility, and I'm disappointed as the manager.
You talked about firepower. Are you still trying or hoping? Are you able to still strengthen up front?
Well, money's tight. So I think at the moment we will be trying to get the best out of the players we have, unless I can do some miraculous work with some friends of mine in the game. But then, you're hoping that they produce for you. The boys that I'm looking for are young lads that I've seen, but perhaps in the league are untried and tested. So you are gambling that they come in and do well, because the clubs that you're getting them from will pay their wages.
When you go to a side like Chesterfield, are obviously going pretty well.
Yeah.
How important is it that you keep the game tight early on?
Oh, it's really important, no doubt about it. But we did the same at Portsmouth. I don't think Portsmouth have got a dissimilar budget to Chesterfield. In fact, it's probably a little bit bigger. So, the only difference was Chesterfield at the top of the league, Pompey are not. But the crowd was bigger at Portsmouth. It's a bigger club, so I could, I fully expect the lads to handle that side of it. But ball retention's important for us, and as I say, the last game it was very difficult to keep the ball and play open, attacking, attractive football on that.
You've got a pretty good away record, though. How much confidence do you take out of that? I mean, do you almost prefer the fact it might be a one?
Only because of the pitch. I was really looking forward to playing here. I really was. I love this club and have a great relationship with the fans, and I wanted to deliver a victory. And there's no one hurting more than me. But can't get it back. It's absolutely gone. All I can do is try and learn from it and think how we can be better. And that's what I'm going to try and do.
I suppose the other worry, of course, doesn't affect this weekend, as you touched on, is having played on that pitch, to what extent have you damaged it for future games?
Well, I don't know the answer to that. The cancellations haven't helped, have they, with the momentum? But it is what it is. You can't change it. Can't do anything about it. Just got to try and make the best of it and try and pick up points. The home game is going to be really important for us. The fans need to stay with us, which I'm sure they'll do.
Willie Bowden hobbled off early on. What's the latest with him?
He's still sore today. He's still sore, and he's not going to play Saturday, clearly. And I've seen that incident probably 15 times, and maybe 90% of the time you'd have heard the referee's whistle and they played him and stopped, and I think that's a lesson for us, because it wasn't stopped, and it makes a difference between 2 yards of cover that enabled him to get in and score. So from that incident, a lot happened, didn't it? I think he might have won the ball, but if that was on Match of the Day and it was in the Premiership, that is a foul. That is a foul. No matter if he won the ball or not, he's cut across the lad. He's cut across him badly. So but He's a strong lad, Billy. He wants it, and that's important to me. I think his mentality over the last 3 weeks, month, has changed dramatically. So he'll be fighting to get back as quick as possible.
Of course, you must still be learning your squad, but you must have been pleased with the 2 subs that came on. Obviously, Jordan Chappell did really well, and he created a great chance for Carl Hall. He just wide of the post.
Yeah, he did really well, didn't he? It was a case of trying to play him on the side of the pitch that was the best, and you keep switching your wingers, which a lot of teams do, but we're trying to switch him and get him on the area that's good all the time, and he did well. And really pleased with him. I told him to keep working hard and get his place, and now he's got to keep it.
Otherwise, how are you looking for injuries?
Not bad. There's a few niggles here and there, and like a lot of managers I've spoken to this week and last week, they're all struggling with this consistent playing in AstroTurf pitches, which is really hard on the bodies. So you can only train. Well, the 3 of the lads can only train once a week on it, and when they're 3 of the most important players, that does have an effect on your team shape. But it's the same in all over the country, isn't it? There's a lot of people worse off than a squad of 25 footballers, that's for sure.
And you put Lee Mansell to right back. Was
Yeah.
that just really keen to try and get the captain in the side somewhere, or what was the thing
Well,
behind that?
no, not really, no, because Tongi hadn't trained all week.
Is he one of the ones that's struggled?
Yes, yeah. He hadn't trained all week. He got a really bad knock against Portsmouth. Couldn't train because of that. Then couldn't train because he was sore on AstroTurf. So I made a judgment, and Mance played there as we can all try and pick a team, can't we? And all say, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that. I made the decision. I stick by my judgment, rightly or wrongly. Again, these things I'll learn from.
All right, Chris, thank you very much.
Alan Neil gets his first win in 2014 at Plainmoor. Unfortunately, he's working for Northampton at the moment. Is that really, really annoying?
Not really. As it's water off a duck's back. 12 points is a load of nonsense. It's a game, isn't it? It's a game. Lost it. There's nothing I can do to get it back. As I say, I don't think anyone will be more disappointed than me going back home. And the Hargreaves household is not a good place to be at the moment. But no, I've got no interest in them whatsoever.
I was looking at Famous Rants yesterday, and Neil Warnock's on there, Ferguson's on there with the boot of Beckham. What was yours like?
It was bad. But they won't see it very often. They only saw it because I want to give them the standard of what I expect. I don't want to be one of these managers that does that. I want to be calm and calculated and make the right judgments because they've heard it all before. It's boring. Every manager can do that. I've seen it over my career for 20 years. Take it with a pinch of salt. I just wanted them to know how much I care about it, and I want them to have that as a standard. Onwards from here, I'll be the same. And I was the same this morning. After we won at Pompey, I'm the same. The lads out the team, I'm the same with them. So there's no change, but after the game, I was very, very, very angry.
Lee Mansell has come out this week saying he's got a bit of stick on Twitter. What's your view on that social media side?
Avoid it. I think it's a good place for fans to chat and to have banter, friendly banter about teams and tactics, and I understand that. But as far as our players are concerned, and I've said this at my previous club, I think you've got to be really careful. I think you have to be careful, and my own opinion on it is avoid it.
The key word in it is friendly banter, isn't it?
Friendly banter, yeah. I don't think you can accept that. I mean, I've always said, and I don't want to embarrass David because he's sat here, but I've always said I don't mind you writing I had an absolute nightmare if I did, because there's no hiding from it, is there? If I made the wrong decisions the other night, I accept it. I'm the manager. I think once you try and make a big deal of these social networks, then you're in trouble. And I would encourage all our players to just be careful with it. But I haven't looked, so I don't know what sort of abuse he's getting.
Don't look
and he hasn't.
Honestly, you're crying.
No, I wouldn't. And he also hasn't mentioned it to me because I don't think he thinks I would be bothered about it. But it's got to stay at friendly banter, because I can assure you that he's one of the lads that's trying his best. There's not a lack of effort there, an application in his performance and his off the field stuff. He wants it.
And from bottom of the league to top of the league now, your mentality probably doesn't change, but did it take a bit of weight off your shoulders when maybe you're not expected to get much?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's got to, hasn't it? I think it did at Portsmouth when, even though they're down there, you're playing a huge club, and then the hotel incident where the lads are sort of in the foyer for 3 hours, it does take the pressure off. I hope it does Saturday, but I want to see us keep the ball better. I want to see us try and do the things that we've looked at in training. And until I can put my hand on my heart and say that I've got the squad and the players I want, then we have to retain possession better against a strong team. Chesterfield are strong.